Hi, I'm Willie Gibbons and I'm the track foreman at Leopardstown. We lived on the racecourse. My father was racecourse foreman here from the 40s right up until he retired and in the late 80s. And an awful lot of changes in those 33 years. I suppose a couple of the major things was that back in the early 2000s the motorway came through, the M50, and we began a series of drainage works from 2010 onwards. And that has put us in the position that we're in now, where some people do say, we're probably too well drained, but I don't know if you can ever be too well drained. It's just having the track laid out nicely, that they can go from fence to fence, hurdle to hurdle, and not have to look at where they're going, that it's a free flowing, that they move around nice and simply, and everybody gets home safe and sound. We don't want to be making life difficult. We want everybody to go out and come back in one piece. The boys put in a lot of hard work, and it's nice to hear the praise. We don't look for it, it's nice to hear it. But sometimes though, we think we're right and we've got everything the way we think it should be, but that doesn't always suit everybody. So you have to listen to that part of it as well.
I'm sure his dad would be immensely proud of what Willie has done, because he's brought Leopardstown to a wonderful place. The track's always in great condition, and his attention to detail is remarkable. He's just one outstanding person.
I know in this industry there's a lot of people out there that work selflessly and put themselves out, and I'm one of a lot of people that do that, but there's hundreds of people in this industry that do it. I see the likes of the guys here coming from Ballydoyle and from Deep Kildare, coming here in the evening time with horses, back home that night, up the next day, and they're going. The industry's kind of built on people giving their time like that. It's the way it works. It's the way it works. So I'm flattered and I'm honoured to be here today and being part of this. I never thought it would get to the stage that I'd be shortlisted. I really never thought that.
Hi, I'm Middleton. I'm the strength and conditioning coach here at the Racing Academy in Kildare. One of the things I did when I started first was I needed to get to know jockeys. I needed to know how they move. So I met with lots of jockeys and met with them when they were racing, when they weren't racing, just gathering as much information as I could. Then we were applying general training principles and looking at their weight and looking at their strength levels and testing them for strength. So it was very, very alien to a lot of jockeys, and for a lot of jockeys getting the buy-in was hard, and it still is difficult, because there's a myth about the gym when it comes to training jockeys, and there's a myth that if you come to the gym you'll put on weight, which is quite the opposite. So we have guys and girls training with us here now that are actually maintaining their weight, coming to the gym, producing huge strength levels and not gaining any weight, and it's extremely interesting as an S&C coach, because you don't have the science or the research in abundance to tell you how to train your athlete, and B, when you do kind of see them working hard with the tools that you're giving them and see them improving, then it's very, very satisfying then. So seeing young athletes, young jockeys go from not having a licence to gaining a licence and to getting their first ride and even to getting their first winner, that kind of journey is really satisfying for me, because I can see the amount of hard work that goes into it, and then equally as well seeing the licensed jockeys or the high profile jockeys achieve the same thing. So coming in here, working really hard in the gym, and then getting winners or getting lots of rides as well. So, and then see them developing as people as well, seeing young kids developing into really good people, which is probably more important than anything. I think that like my coaching philosophy is people first, athlete second.
Hi, my name is Perry Power. I am track facility manager here in Tipperary Racecourse, and I am also track manager in Cork Racecourse. Well, the day-to-day running of a racecourse involves mainly, if you don't have a track suitable and safe conditions, you don't have racing. A lot of what I do and what we do here is we maintain a great grass structure track, which is a safe environment for a horse and jockey. I start off here under Peter O now, who's the manager in Fairy House. I'd say 3 apprenticeships under Peter, and he was an amazing man to us. We also had the late Packy Downey, he was the foreman here at the time, and also Dan Bergery, he's still a resident in Menard, he would have been Packy's number 2 at the time. That was kind of where it started. After that and ongoing, I was lucky to have Nessie Joyce, who went to Leopardstown for a while after, Jane Davis, and now, fortunately enough, I have Andrew Hogan, who has been great in developing me and helping me along the way. And of course, I've had very good clerks. My clerk here at Tipperary at the minute is Paddy Graffin, who's been a great help to me in my career. And now in the last 12 months in Mallow, I have Val O'Connell. We are very lucky in Tipperary. A lot of trainers in the locality and in the country come here with an amazing calibre of good horses for either schooling or racing. And of course now with the new Racecourse in Mallow, we're seeing the best of horses, and I've been very lucky to meet the best of horses, the best of trainers and the best of people, and ongoing friends, and hopefully that be friends for forevermore, for as long as I'm in this industry, or please God, past it. I was delighted to be nominated for this Godolphin award. It's nice to be appreciated for my term here in Tipperary and now my new term in Cork. We obliged 30 race meetings and 12 odd days of schooling between the boat and 12 days of schooling here. And it's just nice for me and my fellow colleagues across the country that us as the unsung heroes are now being recognised.